Okay, what's up guys? Welcome back to another informal video. So this is nothing that I planned or prepare to do. So basically this is just a follow-up based on the video that I did last week on behind the scene of what basically I used to actually shoot my videos. So some of you were complaining, firstly it was about sound. I must actually apologize about that, and that's basically because like I'm doing now, I'm using the iPhone to actually take this video, and then I actually had to, because I was going to use Premiere Pro to edit, I had to convert it from .mov to MP4, then I could actually import it into Premiere Pro, and then I had to reduce the volume to the lowest so that I kind of like get music and the voice on the same level, which didn't actually turn out well, especially on other devices which are not iOS. I really apologize about that. And even though I'm shooting now with using the iPhone, I'm actually recording the sound separately, so the sound is not coming directly from the phone, so I'm gonna get the sound separate. So basically what happened is some of you guys actually went and asked to say you still want to see more of the gear that I'm using. So I just want to show you guys, I won't go much into details, but I just want to show you the items, what they are, their models, and all those kind of things. Basically almost 90, or let me say 85% of what I use to actually record my videos. So these are mostly everything that I've used in the past, even today, to actually record my videos. So some of them I think I've discarded. There's still one camera, I think it's the IX580. It's a Canon as well. That was my actually first camera to use. It's actually lying somewhere around, but basically this is what I actually hang around with when I'm doing my videos. So mainly my main camera that I use, it's this one. This is a Canon 77D, like I mentioned on the on my previous video when I was doing behind the scene. So I used this one to actually do most of my videos, and I've been using this lens, which is the 55 STM, and then that's pretty much what I've been using, and probably for the past 3 years. And then recently I got this lens which actually came in with this camera, but however this is actually a lower, should I say a lower model than this one, because this is a 600D, and which basically I use this more for photos. Actually not a photographer, but I found this actually working well for the photos. And it also has another 55. This is a normal standard 55 lens, and then this big lens here is a 250. So I like this when I like to shoot in like a telephoto or a short range. So when I want to shoot something when I'm on a distance, I basically use this. So this actually wouldn't work well in this kind of a setup, so you will need a lens like this, even though a 55 is not that wide, but it actually works well if you want to shoot something like in a setup like this. And then basically these two lenses are the same. It's just that this one is the STM. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much about the camera. So this camera mainly for the video, and this one mainly for the photos. Both cameras do photos and videos, but I actually prefer this one to do videos, and then this one for the photos. And this one, because I do photos, it actually has a lens which only use once in a while, because there's a built-in lens, and like I said, I'm not big on photography, so I wouldn't go extreme to get a lens. But this package came in with a lens, which another downside about this lens is the battery. Okay, maybe it's my fault, but the battery that it has, it's not rechargeable battery, so sometimes you wouldn't know when the batteries are dying, and then they will just die on you while you are busy recording or taking photos, which is a problem. And so it has, I think it's been using 4 AA batteries, which is the ones which are in here. So I've been using Duracell. As they are now, they are flat, so I don't have any power on this lens. But however, it comes in handy to have lens if you are shooting in a darker area or the place where there's not enough light. But I think I will leave that to the photographers, because I'm not more into photos. And then another thing that I have, which I also don't use that much, it's this camera. So I got this camera in 2018 December, It's a Canon Legria HFR 806. It's an HD camera with 57 times zoom. Basically, this is a camcorder that you can actually use to just hold in your hand and walk around as you take like a short video clip. What I like about this is how it's able to get the beating from the light. So this one won't actually require much light when you are actually using it to record. So that's one thing I like about it. It's not something heavy, something big. If you want to do for professional, I wouldn't recommend you to do this. But if you want to do like your short home clips, I'm sure you guys do your own home clips that you don't share with the rest of the world. So something that I can advise you to get, it's this one. It's very good on short clips. I'm not saying you can use it to do your YouTube videos. You can still use it if you want. You must just require some serious editing, and if you have good light, I mean, it should be fine. And looking at the price of this is like going for like 4,000 South African rand, which is, I mean, I found it pretty much affordable. And I actually like about the zoom, you can actually zoom far and still not lose the light. I know you might lose a little bit of quality, but the light and the visibility of the object that you're shooting will still be there. So I like this, and you're still able to mount it on the tripod. It has like a mount hole at the bottom, and then it has a rechargeable battery that you can charge and then plug it and walk around. And you can also record, you can also use it while it's plugged into the power. So you literally plug in the power in here, and then you can have a long extension as you walk around in the scene or the settings that you are recording at, which is pretty much impressive. And it's able to take HDMI out, which means you can plug in HDMI to your display monitor, and then you're able to sit down and record yourself as you can, and able to see what you're recording. However, this built-in monitor here that you use to actually see your subject, you can actually rotate it, and then it actually faces you as you are recording. But however you want, if you are using it for a bigger setting, because this is an LCD screen, which is, I think the quality is a bit terrible than what you actually get on the SD card. So I would recommend that you get a monitor, but it's not really that important. Anyway, that's it about this camera. If you like it, it's available at Game Macro for about, I think now it's going for like 3,000 something, somewhere there, if it's still on the market. But that's basically the price. Something available and something valuable and handy that you can get in the market. And another thing that I have here, it's this cable. This is actually just a 2 5-meter cable, and they are extended, connected to each other. It's a 3.5 milli jack, male to female. So this part you actually join the other and then you extend. But probably maybe you're asking yourself, what do I need this for? So this one, it's actually, if I need to boom in the mic, when I used to boom in the mic, I can still even boom a mic like this. But then now my mic stand is broken, so I can't actually do that. That's why I'm depending on this. So, but however, I can still use this cable to have the microphone mounted on the top of the camera, and then I can speak directly to the mic because it's a directional mic, so it will work. But though it will require me to shout a little bit, which I don't really like. So yeah, so the cable, it actually helps for that. You don't get any limitations when it comes to where you actually position your mic. So having a shorter cable might be a challenge. Also having a longer cable, especially the one like this, which you connect and join two cables. So the longer the cable, if the cable is not that high quality, you find that the quality of the sound or video, if it's a video, it's not that loud because, or it's affected, or it's not that clear because of the length of the cable. So there's also a downside of having a longer cable. There's also an advantage, but you actually have to work around on what works for you. It's really not much of an issue if you are good at editing the sound, and you can still use whatever length of the cable you have, and you know that you're going to clean your sound and you have a perfect clear crystal sound anyway. But in terms of having limitations to set up my mic, I do not have any, because I can actually bring mic as far as up here and make sure that it's not on the camera, because at some point you might have to be forced to have your microphone on angle, and then it's affecting your view. So I wouldn't recommend to do that if you don't have like a longer cable, but it differs from person to person. This is what works for me. And then the microphone that I have is this one. This is the Rode mic. Last time I actually didn't read the model, but this mic, I got it at I got it. It's called a Video Micro from Rode. So I got this at MyTech Direct. So I don't know if you guys know about MyTech Direct. These guys are good with sound and video equipment, not necessarily cameras, but your audio equipment, musical instrument, the bands, the guitars, the pianos, yeah, all those, you name them, the cables and all those kind of things. They are good with those. The sound card, if you need, I'll link their website on the description section below so that you guys can go and see. But basically, I got this also about 2 years ago for 999, 999, like almost 1,000 rand, and it still works well. What I like about it, it doesn't require battery. So if I forget to charge the battery, I know that I'm sorted because the microphone doesn't need to be charged. It actually draws the power using the 3.5 milli jack from the camera into itself, and it's able to give you good sound. Though it's not one of the best, but the sound is decent. It's something that I can work and live with. And another little item that I have is this mini tripod, which part of it it's there that I've used to mount on the tripod where I've actually plugged in the phone. But basically this, you can actually use it to hook up your phone. You can connect your phone in the bottom, and then once you have your phone hooked up, then you can hold it if you're vlogging. If you want another camera angle, you can put it down on the floor like that, and then you have it facing you. But basically this will be ideal for those who are interested in vlogging. You can actually hold your camera vlogging, walking around, and on the cameras like this, you actually just have to turn the screen and then make sure that it faces you, and then you hold it like this. So I like the fact that you can actually adjust it, and then it bends, then you can have the camera looking at you like that, which is, I don't know, impressive. This thing now it goes for like about 450 rand. I got it on special for, what's that, 350, 300, 399, somewhere there. I was at the Photo and Video Experience last year in July, and they were selling this thing on special, so they say. So I found this interesting because you can actually have a mount that actually holds the phone on top, like the one that comes with the selfie stick. You can put it here on top, and then you can have it, your phone mounted there, and then you can have that. And another thing that I have is this lavalier microphone that's connected here. So right now at the moment, it's running here from me all the way to my phone, other phone, that's basically recording the sound alone. So it's another way you can actually get your sound recorded. So I won't say much about this. This also requires batteries, which was a challenge to find. I think I got it 2 weeks back. Yeah, so this uses a battery, and I like the cable. The cable is long enough to actually, I think it's like about, let's see, 5 meter. Yeah, it's like about 5 meter cable, which is long enough to actually reach the other object there. And then last thing that I have in here, it's this guy, which this guy is still brand new. So basically, I shouldn't be really opening this because I haven't used much. So this is another item that you would use to hook up your phone on a tripod, like a phone clip. And this is for your GoPro if you have a GoPro. I don't have one. And then we have the tripod itself. So this is light. It's like a light tripod, so it's not that heavy. And basically it will be something that you will use to put in your phone. I wouldn't recommend that you put in your expensive gear on it unless you are in a safe position, or because this is light, it can just fall. This thing goes for like 249 rand. So I got this as my side tripod. I want to use it to have another angle from there. If you can see on the video that I uploaded recently, I had a phone which was on the table, which I didn't like that, and then I had an opportunity, well, not an opportunity, but as I was putting the light there, it actually exploded. It fell off the floor and then it exploded. So I'm trying to eliminate as much as possible of the things that will stay on the table, because there's great chances of me moving things around and then some things will fall and we'll have a disaster. Anyway, that's it about it, guys. That's it about this video, guys. It was nothing formally. If you want to know more information about any of these items, just give me a shout, comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on my next session of what do you call this? Behind the scene, whatever this is. Thank you, guys. Check you later, and bye.